Mac here's the Maniacs. I know y'all didn't know I was going live. We on last minute, me and Bam. And we gonna chop it up with y'all for a little while. What's up, Bam?
Oh man, it's good. I went live earlier, told my you was gonna have me on the thing tonight at 10 o'clock. Somebody
Oh,
tapped in and said, man, it's past 10 o'clock. I say, he on his way home now. Don't worry about nothing.
all
You
right, all
feel
right.
me? It
Yeah,
ain't what don't worry about nothing.
yeah.
I'm in here like West Snot, man.
Well, they're not up
Shit.
in here yet. They be on their way up in here. It's Friday, the holidays. I know they drinking and wrapping
Yeah, they
presents.
drinking and wrapping gifts and probably eating. You
Yeah,
feel me?
yeah.
Shit. And
Okay,
getting
here
ready
they
for
come.
football tomorrow, you know?
Oh, that's what I'm waiting on.
Yeah, who you going for, Kev, Matt?
Tomorrow,
Yeah, Eagles and
man,
Cowboys.
are the Cowboys and Eagles?
Yeah.
Cowboys, because
Oh, you a cow? Oh, man. Hey,
Hurts
hey,
ain't playing. Hurts ain't playing.
the quarterback for
Yeah,
Eagles?
yeah.
Yeah, I hope that's my little brother team, man. I don't want to see him get his little bubble butt, so I'm gonna go with the Eagles, though. You feel
I
me?
mean, I feel you. I know one thing. If the Eagles could beat the Cowboys with a backup quarterback, then the Cowboys ain't got no business going to the playoffs.
See-
Real talk.
hey, watch this. They stumbled up in there, so you got to give them their props on that, man. They deserve. Watch this. The Cowboys deserve to go to the Super Bowl. They deserve to go there. They've been
Oh,
fighting hard enough to try to get there.
I agree with that part. I don't know
Yeah,
if I agree with
yeah,
that they
you know
deserve
that's
to
the only
be
reason
there.
I'm saying it. They've been fighting hard enough to get there. You feel me? If the owner just sit up in the box and stop coming to the field like Al Davis, you feel me? Stop trying to be a coach and just be the owner. You feel
Right,
what I'm saying?
right.
Shit.
They
But
said, "Watch
yeah,
this. Watch this." OG,
Robert Richards, huh?
OG
Yeah,
Bam,
they up
Kim
in here.
back. Hey, Miss Brain, happy holidays to you as well.
Crystal Brain, happy holiday, Crystal.
Let the New York Giants get hot. Oh man, y'all in trouble playing with them Vikings tomorrow in Minnesota
Yeah, I
too.
think the Vikings gonna beat them.
Yeah, I think so too.
I believe the Vikings gonna be. I was impressed on the Giants last win, but I don't think they can do that to the Vikings though. You know, I'm gonna be drunk watching it.
Hey, check this out. If the Cowboys lose to the Eagles tomorrow, I'm gonna be talking big shit because when the season started on these lives, I said the
Yeah,
Cowboys had to watch out not just for the Eagles, but the Redskins and the Giants.
yeah,
Boy,
yeah,
if,
yeah.
if that come into play, I'm clowning. But I don't
Is
think
that
I don't
right?
think the
I
Eagles
didn't even
win
think
tomorrow.
I didn't even know they had a record like they had it, man. The Giants. I thought they was garbage like the Raiders. Because whenever I've seen them play, I wouldn't watch them. I want to watch another game. They had a
Well,
decent little record.
their division got better.
Yeah.
But
So who picked up Odell Beckham? Nobody.
nobody that I know of, nobody did.
I know
Yeah.
he could have been a great fit for the Cowboys.
Oh,
Raider Nation, man.
absolutely. That's what they should have did for real.
Yeah, he could have been a great fit for the Cowboys, man.
Mm.
Shit. You
Compton
know?
girl, what's up, Compton girl? Happy holidays.
Yeah. I
She
see
got
they coming up in here, man.
oh shit, my first Christmas gift for 2022. Good
OG
looking out,
Steve.
OG Steve.
Salute to you, brother.
Appreciate you. JR from the Bay, wishing everyone a strong spirit and mentality this time of year, heading into 2023. I
Man,
second that. I second that.
man, you ain't by yourself. I'm right back on that one. I'm going in 2023 with the proper attitude and all that. No
And
more drama in my life.
let me give a shout out to my brother, man. My brother did 28 years and some months, man, and he's home now. He's out and
That's
he's,
right.
he's happy. He's kind of shell shocked a little bit, but he's happy,
Man, that's what you expect being in there that long, Kev, man. At least
man.
he's seeing the Christmas on the streets.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
You feel me? That's a blessing in disguise itself. It's something about holidays when you can get released and your release fall within a holiday. It
Yeah,
make your release a little bit special. You know what I
right,
mean?
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
your family there to, come on, man.
Yeah.
He gonna get so full, he gonna go lock himself in the bathroom. He gonna eat so much on that good food on Christmas. Just know what I'm saying?
Well, I know he got a pick of the litter. I know he got a few places he could go for Christmas.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, I want to give a shout out to the Mac Kids and Maniacs that actually gave to the GoFundMe to get his lawyer, man.
That's right. That's right.
You guys.
I like that.
Yeah. I drove all the way to LA, Bam. I drove all the way up to LA and didn't even see the fool, man.
You did? That's crazy. Hey, when you told me you was out here, I thought you had came on the plane.
Man, I got my ass back in the car and went all the way back to Vegas.
I said, fuck it up. Hey, man, that's... But yeah, man, I'm glad he at home, Kev Mac. Shit. Yeah. Enjoy that, man.
Yeah, for real.
Enjoy that, for real,
Yeah.
Man. Yeah, man.
So what's up with you, man? I was gonna crack a joke, but I'm gonna leave.
Man, watch this. You say that's what make the people come in. Crack a joke, Kev Mac. I'm with you, man.
No, because it's about my partner. I'm gonna start my partner out, man.
All right, I'm just, hey, check this out, man. This is no fry zone, man. This ain't A-Yard. You feel what I'm saying?
Hey, that's crazy, because that's what the joke was. How long did you do on the A-Yard?
This ain't A-Yard, man. Hey, check this out. I want people to understand. I say this a lot in my live, right? Everybody can't walk a mile in everybody's shoes, right? Now you got some dudes that went to them A yards and them other type of SY yards. Because they went there didn't mean they were snitching. Some dudes went over there to prove to the board that they wasn't gang members, because that's the way the board wanted them to prove to it. But some dudes said, no, man, I'm gonna stay on this line. But you had other dudes that went straight from the reception center. As soon as they got from the county jail, they got put in the hole. They locked it up in the reception center. Say, man, fuck this, man. I might hit a level 4 yard. And I ain't trying to be on that main line. There's too much drama. I don't want to get caught up in the drama. I want to go home. So they feel safer in them SY yards. Because watch this, Kev Mac. SY yards go up now in prison. But in the early 90s and the late 80s, you never heard real loud drama on the SY protected custody yards. You hear about a few stabbings, but now they go up. They go up. Watch this, man. I was in Calipat, we'd be on the yard working out, and that D yard go up, that SY yard go up, they shut the whole prison down because they didn't went up on that SY yard. So now dudes is trying to get to a different type of SY yard. So Bam just ain't gonna go over there. I know a whole lot of dudes that won't go over there. You feel what I'm saying? So if you go over there, just be man enough to say, yeah, I was there. This is the faith I chose, the path I chose to walk.
Right.
I can respect you telling the real instead of coming at me with some bullshit. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's how I look at it, man. Most dudes don't see it like that, and I don't understand why. That's on them, man. I remember, now I ain't trying to get you to elaborate on what I'm saying, but just listen to me. Dude set up on the show, say he had knives for a nigga like me. You couldn't have had a knife for a nigga like me because I wasn't on that yard. You feel what I'm saying? You was on the yard where you really didn't need a knife. So I can't understand that. But when dudes get on these podcasts and come in trying to put 100 on the 10 and try to be more than what they are and try to belittle somebody, make themselves big U's and these big U's look these type of scenarios, they get exposed, man. And watch this. Didn't nobody expose Goo. He exposed himself, man. Kev Mac is a journalist on gang historians, Crips and Bloods. So majority of the people you interviewed have been to the penitentiary. You don't know what people in the penitentiary knew what A-Yard was?
Obviously everybody know. I never knew, but
you feel me? So hey, man, just like when they came with the 50-50. Huh?
Let me ask you about the Bulldogs being on the 8-yard. What you think about that, and why was they over there?
On what 8-yard?
In Folsom.
When? What year?
93 to 95.
Hey, watch this. And Mel Rock can confirm this. The last B-Dog Bulldogs was on B-Yard with me. This was me and Bad News with Shelly, as a matter of fact. And Bell Rock was in the 8 building. I was in the 7 building. We're in the weight pile. It was about 3 or 4 Bulldogs left. That's when I told a Bulldog. It wasn't a Northern S, it was a Bulldog. I said, man, y'all ain't welcome to be up in this weight pile with us no more. Y'all need to go on the other side and buff with your people. Them y'all people. Because if they run over here to try to get you, we forced to have to help you.
Right.
Them your people. Y'all need to go over there in that weight pile and buff with them. On that side of the weight pile and buff with them. Because I'm buffing with my enemies, Damus and Jamas and Kumi. So y'all need to do that. Then they disappeared. I ain't watch this. I didn't know they was on 8-yard.
Yeah, Cuse was telling me. Gould mentioned it, but Cuse was confirming it.
Yeah, and watch this. I ain't gonna doubt nothing my big homie Cuse say. You understand what I'm saying? But I know they end up having 1 yard to themselves in Corcoran, where they was the dominant Hispanics on the yard in Corcoran. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I heard
a lot of dudes think they when they took a stance, like because of the way they took a stance and broke away from the Serenials, like they super woof. They all that. No, man, ain't no Hercules in prison. Everybody can get got. You understand what I'm saying?
Anybody.
Yeah, anybody. Ain't no Hercules up there. It's all about the numbers. You understand what I'm saying? Do they got a strong front? Yeah, I don't take nothing from no other race. Right? Kev Mac. But every race that ain't black is protected by the system in some form, shape, or fashion. In CDC.
They hate when we say that, boy.
But I'm keeping it 100. Every race that ain't black is protected in some form, shape, or fashion in CDC. See, they sent me and you across from Crescent City all the way back to Imperial Valley to Black, California. But they don't send Bulldogs and Northern Mexicans like that.
Nah.
They don't do it because they protect them.
Yeah.
So everybody is protected, except if you ain't black, the system don't give a fuck. Like I was telling somebody on my live, I done been in a building, man, where it ain't nothing but like 5 black cells and the rest is really Hispanics.
Man, listen, man. See, that's why I like listening to your conversation. I said the same thing and people went nuts on me. Even Cuse disagreed with me. I'm like, man, I don't know what yards you've been on, Cuse, but everywhere I went, we was outnumbered.
Listen to me, man. When I got to Salinas Valley, I got out the shoe and they sent me to Salinas Valley. They put me in the cell with Hog from the 60s.
Big Hog or Little Hog?
Little Hog.
Oh,
the one that got. Listen, he got struck out for felony invading from the police. I moved in the cell. He said, man, Compton's on the other side. I said, Compton, wherever I'm at. This when he started getting cool with me. PJ just get out the hole. PJ got influence on the yard. Him and Fluxus walking around. We on lockdown. He see PJ at the door, at the section door, thinking PJ coming in here to see him and Nutty. No, what's the boy name? They was downstairs. One of them, I just be seeing on the streets, 260s. Well, he thinking he coming in there to see them, but PJ hollering through the section door. What's cell my big homie Bamm in? I'm like at the door, like I'm right here. He come up there, bring me 2 pouches of tobacco. Hey man, find me a cage, man. I don't live like this, right? When they moved me to the next building, I was in a section, man. Me, Muddy Waters from the Bottoms. His celly was Coco from Pebbles. My celly was MC from Corbin. It was 2 other brothers' cellies, 2 more black cells, and the rest were nothing but essays, Serenials. Nothing but Serenials. I done been in sections where I'm outnumbered. And that's their way of trying to intimidate brother. That's why people think they smash Crips or Damus in prison, because they outnumbers in certain, and the system know what they doing, man. The system know what they're doing because they know they put 100 brothers in one section and 4 or 5 Hispanics. Check this out, man. We ain't gonna send 20 people at them. If it's 8 of them, we might send 10 at that 8, but we ain't gonna send. We coming to mollywop you. They coming, and the system protects that. Now, last time when I came home before I got released, white boys is not deep on level 4s no more. You got to go on a level 1, level 2, or level 3 to see white boys. In Calipat, man, I was on see y'all. Watch this, man.
What about
Don't you know?
Susanville?
Oh, I ain't watch this, man. When I first went to prison, they sent me to trade. That's the first thing I told the council in Chino. Do not send me to Susanville. But I heard when they first opened up Hot Deserts, the woods was deep in there. You understand what I'm saying? But they don't, they get, a lot of them get indeterminate shoes in the woods. They have scrimmages with Crips and Damus and Kumi and all that. But they don't be putting in no serious work, man. That's one race in prison that can really kick back. You feel me? They kick back. Yeah, they probably get stock on to the Hispanics for the Spanish and have weapon stock to come at a brother. You understand what I'm saying? But them dudes, man, check this out. Majority of the white boys in prison, man, check this out. They ain't never meth heads, man, and junkies, man. I'm gonna keep it 100. I met some that was with the business, but they ain't never meth heads and junkies, man. You understand what I'm saying? If blacks want to really smash somebody in the pen, because they come to us for drugs, all races. All we have to do is start giving them fentanyl and just kill them all off. You understand what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep it 100. You understand? But they got watch this, man. And people need to understand this too. I said this in one of my lives. Hispanic got hitters and white boys got hitters. Everybody got hitters in that penitentiary, but hitters respect hitters, man. When I say hitters, I'm talking about soldiers. They respect soldiers.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah, real talk.
You know, and that's what people don't seem to get. See, watch this, man. My hurtful feeling, the thing that hurted me worse when I was doing time, not just because it was Crip on Crip violence. I ain't talking about the CCO and Blue Note get in, right? I'm talking about when other Crips don't want to accept Crips in their cell because their neighborhoods don't get along with each other. But this the same Crip that can save your ass in here.
Mm-hmm.
And then when they able to see past this, see, I was a dude that had Damus in my cellies, at cellies, man. Watch this, man. When I became a man in prison and learned how to think on my own, don't let nobody dictate my program. And don't get me wrong, man. I asked Sumo, could I have a Damu for a celly? I wanted to make, because I'm not above the law. You understand what I'm saying? I wanted to make sure I was, man, you're a grown man. You can have who you want in your cell. Then I'm never going to refuse a brother in the cell for he wouldn't have a bed. You understand what I'm saying? And some dudes don't think like that. You get these, like now, man, you get these young dudes, they quick to grab the pistol on the streets and want to shoot at people, right? But watch this, Kev, man. Go to prison and say, let me have that fade. But on the streets, you want to pick a pistol up. You want to squabble. You don't want to do your thizzle with it. You rather have a fade, you're scared to pick up a key suit. I don't like that. I don't like get arms like that. Some dude asked me today, was Keefy D in Tracy with me? Keefy D said he was in Tracy when the Bloods got took up the line. Whoa, time out. Keefy D wasn't in Tracy with me. I don't know where y'all get that one from. You understand what I'm saying? But this is how people go, man. I'm not a racist. I don't hate nobody because they skin. My enemy was the police and the enemy in prison, man, and white boys. You understand what I'm saying? I didn't hate Crips and I love all Crips. I ain't never been a set trip independent. If Compton ended up getting into it with somebody and I'm on that yard with Cotton, that shit I got to do what the Comptons do. But before we go to get to violence, I'm gonna be one of the Compton Crips. Say, hey man, can we solve this without no violence? You understand what I'm saying? Because I ran with a whole lot of different Crips, man. I ran with a whole lot of different Crips. Even at scrimmage, I was telling you about in New Folsom when I transferred. Scurry even told me, said, this ain't your business, man. But I had told Scurry, if motherfucker come at you, I got to support you. This ain't your business. And T.S. was wondering, they see him and this man walk the whole first yard together. Mm-hmm. You understand what I'm saying? Like, is he finna bring the Compton and Dubs in it? Well, low key, The hub and dub was in the waistline. If you go down and my homie car getting smashed, I'm gonna assist my comrade. I don't care what nobody say. Just bring the funk after it happened. But it's gonna happen. You feel what I'm saying? So dudes go in prison, man, and they tend to, everybody want to be a killer. Everybody can't be accused. You understand what I'm saying? Everybody can't be a Russell Capers. Everybody can't be a Scorius, Sumo them, Tabori them. Everybody can't be them type of cats, man. You understand what I'm saying? I ain't want to knock no leadership on no side of no collective. I didn't knock Blue Notes leadership. I didn't knock CCO leadership because I never felt as though I was misled. I wasn't recruited to be CCO. I recruited myself to become a CCO. I wanted to be what my big homies was. And I wasn't going to put a blemish on myself to make them have a blemish on who they was. You understand what I'm saying? Them dudes didn't get chased off yards. Them dudes stayed down for their grits, no matter what happened. You understand what I'm saying? I don't like the fact that some dudes get on here. I had a dude get at me about BJ, man. Right? I blocked dude on my show. You ain't gonna disrespect nobody I got love for. You ain't nobody to be in crip business. And whoever put it out there, that's who you ask about that. Don't ask me about that. Don't ask certain. I won't give my opinion on certain things, right?
Yeah, that's the correct way to do it, though.
Yeah, that's just me, right? Somebody had tapped in on football. Football ain't always playing folk trade. I blocked dude off my show. I got love for football. Football like my little brother. Hold him up, Chief. Since I've been doing it, he's been for make trade. So I don't want that. Don't come in my show with the negativity. You want some real shit? I'm gonna give you the real. I ain't got the lie to kick it. I don't subscribe to the line to kick it. I'm gonna give you my truth, right? And that's it, and that's all. And people don't seem to get it. I'm quick to tell them. If it wasn't for Kev Mac and Melly Mel, y'all wouldn't know me. I wouldn't be on YouTube if it wasn't for y'all interviewing me in the port. You understand what I'm saying? I'm glad y'all did. Shit.
Yeah.
You know, but I ain't gonna take Kev Mac live stream hostage though, man.
It's cool. I just want to sneak this in that some people feel like they have to put somebody else down to validate themselves, to make themselves feel bigger. And
exactly.
I don't like those type of cats.
Exactly. That's just like last time I was on here and we was talking about Birdie Swan, right? Man, it was so much I wanted to tell you about my boy, because Birdie's my partner.
Yeah.
Hey, man, this dude's on YouTube that did videos. Hope like hell you don't never interview Birdie Swan.
Yeah, I don't think I am going to interview him.
You feel me? They hope dudes don't, because Birdie he was a beast, man.
Yeah, I know.
He was a beast. He was a beast.
Right.
He was a beast. You understand what I'm saying? And it's like you say, dudes get on here and try to make themselves look bad by trying to knock somebody else down. Yeah. I be tired of looking at dudes blaming everything on OGs. I had to tell somebody today, I earned the title of being OG. That's a title earned, not just given. The only OG is Raymond Washington. That's the creator of Crip. You understand what I'm saying? He the OG. He got that. The rest of us earned that title, man. Right. Young homies gave us that title. You know, that's how I look at it. Crazy, so what it do? You feel me? But that's how I look at it, man. Some dudes don't want to call a ball, a strike, man. They rather call a strike and try to get a self grand slams out the park or something, you know? Shit.
Yeah.
But like Q said it though, Kev Mac. I ain't got to say no name. All I got to say what pen I was in and bring up that incident. Yeah. The truth gonna come out.
Yeah.
And that's what I ain't gonna never expose nobody on YouTube. That I ain't in the business of that. I love riding around with my girl, man. Don't nobody shoot at the car. I don't need nobody pulling up on me. You feel what I'm saying? Because listen, I'm scared of that cemetery, but I ain't scared of prison. But I just don't want to go back to prison. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. Like I told dude, I don't want to go back to prison. I want to go back to prison, man.
Man,
I'm loving my life on the streets.
Should no grown man out here want to go back to prison?
Man, when you got some that do, they out here on some carelessness, man.
Well,
any grown man in your age category, my age category, man, in our generation, and they still doing the same shit they was doing before they went to prison, posting up in their neighborhood. trying to curve, serve, drinking. They ain't never got the drink, but got the cup with the ice in it, waiting on the drink to show up. Hey, homie, they destined to go back to jail. Yeah. That's an accident waiting to happen. That's how I look at it.
Yep.
You feel me?
Yep.
You know, they talking about they can't find a job, or they ain't gonna pay me what I work, but you just left prison and was making 8 cents an hour. So if you get $2 an hour out here, that's a blessing. If you was in prison working for 8 cents an hour.
For real.
You feel what I'm saying? So that's how I look at it, man. You know what I mean?
And worked around all men. You might get to work around some females out here.
And come up on a woman.
Yeah.
See, that's the problem with a lot of brothers today. I hate to say that the way you brought it up. That's what they looking for. They're looking for a woman to take care of, man. No woman want no grown man smoking weed in the house all day and playing on the PlayStation. You understand what I'm saying? You know, I have a clear understanding of what an OG is, and I know that I'll never be one with all. Oh, yes, you will, crazy. Oh, watch this, man. OG ain't based on his age. OG's is based on his conduct and his example of what he lead amongst with his peers. You understand what I'm saying? OG don't just come by based on that age, man. I don't never let no brother think that. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I got a homie that always tell me, man, we OG now, man. No matter how you feel, you a G now. I'll be like, I ain't no OG, man. Don't even give me that title, man. No. I like to stay in my generation so you can kind of see where a nigga belongs in order. I don't call every older dude OG because they not deserving of that title.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. But I used to get mad in the penitentiary when I hear them youngsters call somebody OG, man. I was in the shower one day. You think I'm live, man. You know, folks, I'm waiting on the shower. And somebody say, hey, Bamm, you can get this shower because OG got that. I said, don't call that dude no OG, man. Disrespected me. This dude downtown, he a TDG. He ain't OG. You know what you talk, man? Dude, I don't want to hear that. You ain't no OG because you got, then even my little brother age, 50-some years old. Got gray hair. I said, I don't want to hear all that, dude. You ain't no G, dude. You understand what I'm saying? You picking up all these cigarette butts and stuff, selling, re-rolling, and trying to sell it on New York. You ain't no G. That ain't what G's do. And I'm like that. Stop calling dudes OG because they got gray hair or they older than you because you think they got more game than you. No, man. I didn't learn to watch this, Kev Mac. When I came home, man, you know how many dudes in the penitentiary saying, man, youngsters don't fuck with OGs, man. They be trying to press OGs. That's all I fuck with is my young homies. Mm-hmm. Them dudes call me. I be at work, man. I get off work at 3:30 in the morning. Them dudes be like, hey, Bamm, you need to get lifted. Or you like being on that bus, big homie? When your money get right, we got you. If you got the right amount of money and you need some more, we'll help you get you a truck. This is one I done painted some of my young homies spots. Hey, Bamm, man, come do this, man. I'd rather hire you. No, man. These youngsters want somebody they can talk to and give them some game on something. Because watch this, man. A young dog can't teach no old dog no new tricks. But an old dog can teach a young dog a whole lot of old tricks, man. You understand what I'm saying? And most people don't get that. You understand what I'm saying? It's all about the example, how you carry yourself, man. How you present yourself. Yeah, some OGs misled people. I had some dude tell me, man, OGs still, they on dope and they still running hoods. What hood? Well, OG is on some dope and he calling shots in the neighborhood. I don't know no hood that do that. He might still got that G status until he go all the way down to the curb, but he ain't pushing no line. Because if he was, he gonna push one, they gonna get himself pushed on himself. So we got a lot of people just get on here and they say things without knowing facts. You understand what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, you know, I believe I'm an expert at gang activity. Shit, I'm a gang member. I'm a non-active gang member. A person who ain't never gang banged can't be an expert at gang nothing. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Chris might have wrote books. Becoming a Crip and how to be a Crip is not in nobody's book, man. Except for the person that wrote it, how he got ran through the line, how he got quoted on. You understand what I'm saying? But it ain't no code of conduct about tripping or Damuism in a book.
No.
You feel me? Like I was looking at one video, Kev Mac, with your boy, Street TV, he was interviewing the little Brim dude. And if you notice, man, a lot of Bloods say they homies got cut on. I don't hear that from a lot of Crips, even though they knew it was Crips that was CCOs and Blue Notes. You don't hear them say we got cut on. They say we was under paperwork. But this guy moved saying, man, them dudes got cut on. They ain't nobody. I'm gonna kill out here. I'm with the business. But when I went to the pit, I could be with 100 Crips and get my fade on. This same dude said he was on a level 4 yard. I'm telling you for a fact, if he was on a level 4 yard, since he say they got cut on him, he don't follow what people up on the cut ain't got no influence over him. Whatever you be in or BL was on their yard, that's destruction he fell up under. You ain't got to be up under nothing to follow the guidelines, because Damus, UBNs, and BLs, whoever running that yard, that's the guidelines that collective got to fall through, or else you're gonna get DP.
Mm-hmm.
Bottom line. So when dudes say all that, trying to make themselves be bigger than what they are, oh man, I thumbs down on that, man. I'm so glad the frontliners came up with that no fry zone. This ain't the A yard. That's when we got to start calling shows, man. That must be an A yard over there, because they just saying anything. You feel what I'm saying?
Hey, y'all crazy for that one.
I'm just keeping it 100, man. You know.
Hey, Slick, what up? What up, Slick?
Is that Slick?
He said Santa don't have no blue hat, nigga. My kindergarten teacher knew her ABCs. She didn't have ABDs, nigga.
Slick, what it do, Slick? But yeah, man, that's how that go though, man. You know, tell them that kids, man, they can ask me something if they want to.
Well, here go one that number one want to know. Do you have any juvenile hall stories that stand out with Big Jeff from Hacienda?
Hey, watch this, man. Me and Big Jeff was always tight from Hacienda. Very first time we met in there. Because Big Jeff seemed like he came out the pussy buff. You understand what I'm saying? I was telling you today, man, my first fight in juvenile hall at LP in the little dudes unit, Heron was in ENF with the big dudes. I'm in GNH little boys. My first fight was with Rick James from Fruittown Power. Then Lil Kojak from Brims. Any blood that was my size, it was mandatory that me and them dudes got into it. First SA I had a fight with in juvenile hall was an SA named Smiley from Venice Showline. Not Venice Showline, Crip, Venice 13. He was one. Yeah, he was on that paint real tough. He sniffed paint and sniffed that glue. and he called me a nigga in the school. I tried to stab him with a pencil. We started fighting. You understand what I'm saying? I didn't have it rough in juvenile hall, man, because watch this. LP and Central was basically, and Wayside, when I came up, they had Wayside juvenile hall. Watch this, Kev Mac. When I started going to juvenile hall, Bloods that had a reputation couldn't hide. Just like Peabody had the pill margin and started UBN in LA County Jail. When we was in juvenile hall, Peabody had Unit S. Next to RNS was the hole in LP. And he had the mainline unit, wasn't no Crips in there. Peabody was getting down moves and they was outnumbered, so they had to hurry up and cut a cone and do what they do, but not all of them was punched. I see Stanley Pistols in GNH with me. You understand what I'm saying? Did he have a fight? He had a couple of fights. Wasn't a whole lot of rack packing when I was going through juvenile hall, man. That's where you got that head up fade at. And that's why me and Jeff never fell out. I was shorter, he was bigger, and didn't nobody get in like that, rushing a little dude that he was bigger than. You feel me? They gonna find somebody to get your size and let you get your squabble on. You understand what I'm saying? Then I felt, QT from the 60s was in GNH with me. You feel me? So I was among some riders that I know if I lose a squabble, I knew they was gonna get in with me. You understand what I'm saying? But what made my squabble so good, Kev Mac, I'm like, I pick my fights, I don't let my fights pick me. You feel what I'm saying? I'm gonna pick my fight. Now, if it just happened, it happened. But I'm always try to get the ups on a squabble. You understand what I'm saying? And that's what it is, man. Everyone say get off where you get mad at, and that's what I was known to do.
Hey,
You
Bam,
know?
let me ask you this question. Do y'all have
Yeah.
to worry about as many confidential informants as we do in y'all generation?
Hell no.
Bam,
Hell, hey, watch this.
do you think a lot of older dudes was telling and we just never found out?
Hey, watch this. A few. And the cold part, the ones that we found out was telling was riders, killers.
Mm-hmm.
And the people that knew should have been put us up on it instead of holding that to themselves for their selfish reasons.
Mm-hmm.
They should have put, because watch this. If you've been looking up to me all your career, and suddenly somebody try to tell you I'm telling, they gonna have a hard problem turning you against me. You're gonna be like, oh man, I don't wanna hear that shit, man. That ain't what I'm getting. You feel me?
Read that, Bam.
You say, do you think if you and other OGs started a group meeting at a park and auditorium maybe once a month with minors, do you think they would be willing to listen to you all and put guns down? Compton girl, listen to me. I truly, truly believe that. I believe that the right OGs, not every OG that's called himself OG on YouTube. And I bring you up when I say this, Kev Mac. I say Kev Mac got enough power because you can talk to every Crip and Blood that possibly can talk to in LA County. Two people from each generation, from the young to the old, come to the round table, let the reputable OGs open up the dialogue. And we step back to the side and let them talk to each other, not talk at each other, talk to each other, put their differences on watch this, put their differences on the table. And we can have a form of a ceasefire. We can have a form of a ceasefire. Because if we do that and people and society starts seeing that, these Crip dudes, they got businesses, there's some of them that's $1 million dudes, we can compel them to offer these brothers jobs. We can compel them to offer people jobs. Watch this, Kev Mac. Want me to tell you how it's easy to do? Why in prison, you can create a structure and everybody fall up under that structure, rules and guidelines, but they don't on the streets.
Because the streets is too wide open and too many distractions.
Exactly, but watch this. But I fuck with youngsters, man. These youngsters really want peace out here, man.
Yeah, a lot of them do.
They want peace out here, but there ain't nobody presenting peace to them. Hey, watch this. Half of those G's on here talking about Charleston White. They ain't talking about let's have peace.
Absolutely.
Right? Like I was telling Gason, yeah, they want the Wasp Festival. Hey, before we have a Wasp Festival, don't you know when I was gang bang, we went to the Wasp Festival before we can gang bang?
Yeah.
Why would you want to start the Wasp Festival? It's a good idea to have it, but why would you want to start a Wasp Festival and it ain't even a dialogue of peace being presented yet?
Man, I said the same thing on my show, man. We used to go to places like that to bang, to fight, to bang.
We going to chase women and the gang bang.
Yeah.
So let's not have an open invitation to killing each other.
Right.
But OGs got this certain OGs, and I want peace, man. I advocate that on my live.
Yeah.
We got to start being about it instead of just shouting it. So Compton girl, hey, yeah, if we get the right OGs, man, yeah. And watch this. It ain't even got to start with the gang members. All you have to do is get us to go up in these schools and start talking to the youth, because their parents and kids gonna go home and tell their mamas and their daddies what they hear.
Mm-hmm.
Next thing you don't know, what you say his name was? Dark-skinned black Bam out of Compton. He said he was from Compton. Yeah, daddy, I don't never want to be a gangbang. I heard him talk. Now this dude gonna reach out to me. Now we got some form of dialogue, because it's all about saving the kids. It ain't about saving us. You understand what I'm saying? So yeah, it definitely can happen. It definitely can happen. And I don't care what nobody say. You got a lot of OGs don't want to get on these YouTube channels, right? But they do want peace in the streets, because they grandfathers, they got grandkids. Some of them got great grandkids. That's how I look at it, Kev, man.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. But you
You
know,
know,
the people that tickle me are the ones that say, nigga, I don't do YouTube, nigga, I would never go in there. But they be going live on Instagram and Facebook,
look,
showing where they at and talking the same shit.
you feel me? Watch this. It goes back, and don't get me wrong, on my show, man, I don't even let people ask me questions. You get one question free, then you got the cash out. I'm gonna keep it 100, right? I just ain't doing that on my boy's show, my
I
homie.
like that
But
though.
yeah, I'm gonna give you that. You get one good one. After that, if you want to know this crib business, you're gonna pay for this crib business.
Mm-hmm.
Then if it's certain questions I want to answer.
Right.
But what I'm saying is, them is the dudes, Kev Mac, don't want to come on YouTube because they jealous of who started this. You got a lot of haters.
Yeah.
Come on, man. I said on here, if it wasn't for Kev Mac, a whole lot of Crips and Bloods wouldn't be on YouTube. Just like if it wasn't for Monster Cody writing a book, a whole lot of gang members couldn't have wrote a book.
Facts.
And you said that on the interview when you interviewed me at the port. You said facts. That's what they hate on, homie. That's what they hate on. It ain't that they don't want to be on camera. They mad that they didn't start it.
Even Tookie wouldn't have wrote no book if Monster didn't.
Didn't. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. So this is like somebody brought up Tookie and Fee to me in my live. Dude said, yeah, man, I heard Fee mark Tookie. Well, time out, G. Fee didn't mark Tookie. Fee just was a soldier. He handled his business. He handled his business. I said, man, it's dangerous. Watch this. If there's one place I don't want to go in prison, it's death row. It's dangerous up there. When they get the violence on, it's violent up there. Them dudes got cages in the visiting room, man. They playing for keeps up there. We ain't had cages in the visiting room. You feel what I'm saying, Cam Mac? Yeah. So you get these dudes, man, that don't want to do these shows, and some of them got a cool reason not wanting to do them. They ain't got nothing to say. They still shell shocked. They wasn't nobody. But the ones that are somebody should be the first ones coming in wanting to talk. Spread them. You feel what I'm saying?
I agree.
Listen to me. You know, and watch this, man. Because I ain't gonna never speak ill about nobody I was in prison with. I might talk about the incident at that prison, but I ain't gonna never say a name. I'm not on here to assassinate nobody's character. If you ask me about your homie, and your homie might not be cool, I'm gonna say, man, I know him, but we good. I'm gonna try to avoid the question. That's how I get in. You feel what I'm saying? And people don't seem to get that. But half of them dudes that don't want to come on here ain't got nothing to offer on YouTube. YouTube is a school, man. It's a form of enlightenment. You're supposed to come give somebody some form of knowledge on here. Everybody ain't got to emulate what Charleston White doing. It's a form about enlightening people. Because if the sisters can tap into the show, why these other dudes don't want to tap in? See, if they found out they can knock them a wife on having their own show, they'd hurry up and want to come on here.
Yeah.
Tell them they can meet a girlfriend on here. I guarantee you they want to get on here then.
They absolutely can. It's some nice, pretty women in this chat room.
Thank you, man. So, you know, but we got to utilize YouTube for what it's worth. We got to take advantage of YouTube.
Bam, it's all about not misusing this tool that we got, man.
Yeah, exactly.
A lot of people get on here for all the wrong reasons.
Man, check this out, man. You know how many dudes, when I said LB, one of the founders of Westside Pyru, I consider that dude my big homie. How many dudes that got in my show one time and said, what? How can you do that? Easy. Because that's a title earned, not just given. What he did to my big homie Softy, it wasn't personal, it was business. I'm a gang member, man. This is what gang members do. We had talked to go at each other. You understand what I'm saying? Oh, man, he turned Jama. He didn't turn Jama because he was scared. He turned Jama because he was outnumbered, became a soldier, and that he was with the business. Earned his rank in that thing. So don't never think somebody's soft like that, man. Everybody ain't all these other dudes that get on YouTube trying to put 100 on who they was. 100 motherfuckers was surprised when you said, well, the 60s don't vouch for people, but they vouch for Bam. You feel what I'm saying? Listen to me. Now I tell people this. Y'all want to know something about me? Go look at my videos from Kev Mac. Read the comments. I ain't got negative comments about who I am. People know me. I got an immaculate trip record. I'm a reputable dude. I'm with the business. If you want it, you can get it. Do I create business? You ask me, was I a bully? Yeah, I guess I was a bully. I pressed people that shouldn't have been pressed. You understand what I'm saying? But hey, man, that's because I ain't know no better. The rank I had went to my head. Because I knew I had 400 or 500 trips behind my back. I knew I could have the world in prison. You understand? Keep it 100. You understand what I'm saying? But it ain't no one man's wrecking crews in there. But it's a whole lot of people wish they had the heart Q's had. I admire dudes like Q's and wish the shortest trips in the penitentiary was busted on big dudes.
Who was three of the smallest guys? Because I know you, Cutes, and TS, y'all some little dudes, man, with big hearts.
And Whiskey.
Total brother. Whiskey wasn't small as y'all.
Whiskey was shorter than me.
Was he?
Man, Kadogo was shorter than me, man.
Damn.
Listen to me. And it ain't that because we know how to use a knife. We just had the heart. We knew what it was. It wasn't fighting when we went to prison. These dudes played with knives, man. From the shoulders, Kev Mac. How many people you think can just smash Crips from the shoulders, man? I ain't trying to take nothing from nobody. But how many? That's what we really was known for, squabbling.
Right.
So wasn't too many can take it from here.
Muscles and squabbling.
You feel me? So you had to learn how to use a key shoe and make one. You got these dudes go to prison, man, was out here with Uzis and Mac 11s and ARs and everything, 30-inch clips and Glocks, and go to prison and scared to pick up a knife.
Mm-hmm.
You know why I get mad at dudes that go to PC, man? And I didn't put hands on the broad a few times, right? I used to think if I hit my woman, I could keep my woman. I ain't know that to chase her away, right? Any dude that beat his woman up and get a prison sentence, then run to the PC yard is a real definition of a real coward to me. Mm-hmm. You beat your woman up, but you come to prison and you PC up. Mm-hmm. You out here selling dope, getting your money, you got a good run in it, but you come home, you PC up. You go do some robberies and some kidnap, top people up, but you PC up when you come to prison. But when you was torturing these people to get the money from them, slapping them with the gun, or however you got this money, you was playing like you was this ultimate killer. But as soon as you get to prison, you run the PC. Because you in a hurry to get home thinking your woman gonna leave you, thinking your best friend gonna have your woman and have a house you done bought. Mm-hmm. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. That's what I knock. You feel me? That's what I knock, man, on them cats, man. Mm-hmm. That's what I knock on some of them cats, man. Other than that.
What do you say to the people that say the Crip module was PC or the blood module was PC?
The blood in the Crip module wasn't PC because you had dudes that didn't want to be in there and the police was forcing them in there. The police was walking the main. Like, you know, they was walking with other dudes getting pointed out saying they was Crips and Bloods. Mm-hmm. The police did that. The police came and say, I'm going to lock you. Watch this, man. Why before the Crip march, the Crips was really running the LA County Jail. As soon as they ran the county jail, created the Crip module, Mexicans would haywire up in that motherfucker. Start fucking over brothers. They became the vultures. They became preying on the weak up in there. They put the Damus in there. They created the Damu module, basically probably because the Damus was catching us outnumbered because when they first created 4800, they was in gray jumpsuits. They was telling everybody in the county jail we Crips. Mm-hmm. So I went through the county jail, man. When I seen Bloods hit the penitentiary, they got red rags in their pocket. But I was in the county jail with some blood dudes that I didn't even know they was Bloods. They was talking about, I'm a player. Man, yeah. You feel me? Got to the penitentiary.
A lot of them hate when you say that, boy.
Listen to me, but it's the truth.
A real blood will admit it, though.
You feel me? It's the truth. But it don't take from the Bloods that I got respect from. Yeah, I know a lot. Right. Watch this, man. I know Bloods that's UBNs and BLs with rank that I seen in the county jail saying they wasn't no blood. Mm. I mean, I see them in the penitentiary. They got a red rag from the hip pocket to their tennis shoe, man. I'm like, damn, you a blood? I didn't know you was a blood. Oh man, you know what's? No, I didn't know. I thought you was a player. You feel me? Come on, man. And that's what they was doing. That's what they was doing. So when they Crips and Blood marches wasn't PC, the police created the Crip march. You had Crips that did not want to be in the Crip march. You had Bloods that did not want to be in the Blood march because there wasn't no movement for them. They didn't want to kill each other. That's all they did. Police created Crip march and Blood march. Say, y'all go at each other, man. We already know what y'all doing online because y'all terrorizing this main line. Y'all terrorizing this main line. These white boys can't keep their money. Soon as the white, watch this, soon as you go through book in front, they give you that little envelope to put that wet 15, that wet 20, that wet 40 in. The white boy knew he was going to lose it before he got the base, the pepper spray, whatever spray they used to spray. You feel they doing this? Listen to me.
Hey, I tell everybody, I didn't start going to county jail to 86, and that was still going on.
Listen to me. And brothers knew if they cover them K-Swifts, them Nikes, them Pumas, if they wasn't no banger, and by the time they got to that 9,000, you finna come out them shoes,
coming
man.
Out of them shoes.
You feel me?
I don't care where you hide your money bag, you're coming up out the money bag.
You're coming up out of it, man. And that's what people don't get, man. But I knew a whole lot of Bloods, reputable moves, because they had the reputation that they couldn't hide in the county jail. You can't hide when you well known. I'm in 21, 23 one time. We gambling in the day room. The black dude named Beard from B&G, like, hey man, let me buy a candy boy. I just went, I said, I don't sell candy, I'm shooting dice, right? He's like, damn man, you and my boy Haron real tight. Haron my boy. So Haron come in the day room, him and dude get to talking. The dude go out to march because he roaming. He ain't even in this march. He roaming. Haron said, that's a V&G. So it was a lot of Bloods running around that county jail back in the day, man. And when I first started going to the county jail, man, the only people who was beefing was 9-0s and Hoovers, 8 trays and 60s. And they was going, watch this. It could be a Hoover on the 4,000 floor. We could be on the 2,000 floor, the old side. They going over there to get that 9-0. You feel me? Now I done got caught up in scrimmages because I ran with Lunatic Frank, Keto Rock, and them, and Money Muns and them up in there. If I'm with Kev Mac and somebody rush you, I got to help you. I'm with you. You feel me? And this is what people don't understand. But no, that Crip margin, that Blood margin wasn't PC. The police created that, man. We didn't. Now, if we would have created your margins, we can say that. But that wasn't no PC, man. How can the Crip margin, the Blood margin be PC when it was more violent than some of the margins on the main line?
I try to tell people. And plus, it's just a human fact. Just like dogs. You put dogs in the kennel, what they gonna do? They gonna bark and they gonna bite.
Right, man. Say it again, man.
You put
and people don't get that.
Yeah, you put a bunch of brothers in a cell, man. Eventually, it's gonna go up.
Yeah, they gonna, and that's just how it be, man. I done seen it all, man. I done seen it all. I remember I came down from the county. Jimbo from Harlem, rest in peace. Love one of mine, but he was a blue note. He got a gangster about me. And man, I hope that tell Bamm don't be tripping. Gangsters got everything. Time out, homie. We homies. But that's penitentiary shit. But couldn't nobody, if I really wanted to trip on that, couldn't nobody told me I couldn't trip on that. I just knew where I was at.
Right.
Now one of my rags would have been in there, and he came up with the plan and said, well, let's do what we got to do. It would have happened. But no, man. You hear a lot of Crip dudes. You know what else, man? They say Crips and Bloods might have been a PC margin. You hear a lot of Crips that homeboys got hit by CCOs, right? Got a whole lot of negative shit to say about CCOs. But they wasn't saying that negative shit in Folsom, San Quentin. They wasn't saying that shit when they came to prison. They didn't initiate no repercussions or no retaliation behind what happened to their homie if they felt their homie got hit for something he didn't do. They didn't do that. I done seen dudes write books and got something to say about blue notes and CCOs. But y'all was on yours with us. Y'all didn't have nothing to say. You feel what I'm saying? Let's stop trying to be more than what the fuck we are and just be who we are. It's easy to be yourself, man.
Exactly.
You
Hey,
feel
Bam.
me? Hey.
Bam, when did the module for the Mexicans and the whites come about?
Well, you know, the Mexicans was in 4700. They had one side of 4700, right?
Mm-hmm.
When they came, I think that's when they first came with it. I think once they seen all the chaos what the Mexicans was doing, the brothers in there, especially Crips that was cuffed up, they wasn't doing nothing to us left we was cuffed up. They was really catching us cuffed up. I'm gonna keep that 100 too, right? They created their margin. And the biggest disfavor the Crips did for themselves, and I'm a Crip, I'm gonna keep it 100. We should have embraced the Asians, because Asians was Crips.
Yeah.
If we didn't embrace, because the Asians was put on, in the 3,000 floor, with the gang march up, the Asians was on the floor on the same tier with the Serenos. If we'd embraced the Asian boy Crips, hey, check this out, man. Shit. Emmy might be kind of shocked by that. A lot of people don't want to believe that, but I'm throwing some real shit at you. That's the only disfavor I've seen us doing. We should have embraced them dudes. Because being that we didn't embrace them dudes, that's how they came up with the thing called other in prison. And once the Asians created the other corps, Samoan Crips backed away from us and said they others. Some stayed, but some of them still saying they others.
Hey, Bam, you be kicking that rail, boy. They hate to hear that one too. They be all in my DMs whenever we talk about that. They be like, that's a lie. Woo-woo. That ain't no lie, that's a fact.
Hey, watch this, man. My mama told me this a long time, Kev Mac. When you tell the truth, that's the only thing a person want to argue about. When you're lying, they just want to sit back and listen.
You're damn right, Bam. I had to figure that on my own. I didn't have a mom or grandma to tell me that.
Listen to me, man. And I learned this. So I had some, I say this a lot on your show, Melly Mill Neil. I say this on my lives. I had some great mentors in the pen. Cuse was one of my mentors. I tell people all the time, Cuse didn't fuck with any and everybody. You had to have some potential soldiers in you for Cuse to want to embrace you. Cuse wasn't one of the big homies that was in the misleading people. Mm-hmm. Did they have big homies that was older than me in the pen misleading people? Yeah. But you can only mislead yourself. You understand what I'm saying? See, I learned a long time ago when my mama said, you keep running to that heater in the hallway, you're going to burn yourself. I had to figure it out. If I keep running, then I'm going to burn myself. So I burnt myself. Now can't nobody say running to the heater that I won't get hurt. I already know I'm going to get hurt. Mm-hmm. So you got to, I represent Crip, man. I represent Compton Front Hood Crip. But Front Hood, my last name, Compton Crip, my last name. Crip is my last name. So I represent all Crippin'. I don't have nothing against blue notes. I ain't never been a set tripper. I'm a Crip tripper. I can get into it with somebody, but that don't mean I'm taking something from that set. I went to prison when I started off in Tracy. I'm gang banging. When I got the old folks, it wasn't gang activities up there. It was racial activities. So I might not, my neighbor, my first two neighbors, I might be stuck between them, but down moves. So when I come out the cell, who I supposed to depend on to watch my back behind another race? The Damu boy. So why not embrace that Damu boy? Hey, what's up, man? How you doing? I know a whole lot of Damus ain't punks. I've seen Damus punk Crips, just like I see Crips punk Damus. I ain't never trying to discredit Damus, because the ones I speak highly of wasn't the ones tucking their tail in the county jail. They wasn't allowing Mexicans to bust on Crips. I ain't gonna watch this, Kel Mac. I wouldn't even care if I wouldn't have never went to a level 4. I wouldn't have never let another race stab another brother. That ain't my get at. Gang banging is a choice, man. I chose to be a Crip. You feel me? Crip didn't choose me. I chose to be a Crip, and what gang bangers need to know, your hood don't represent you. You represent your hood, so don't make your hood look bad. Mm-hmm. You feel me? It's a lot of Crips. The pen was thick with Crips, man. But every Crip wasn't in prison putting in work. We had dress-up Crips in there, Kev Mac, getting their kickers and penances in their package, had their 501s. Then the crack academics sent in the rich Crips, dudes that had money. So the SAC kept the cheat off of them. You feel me?
But they had some bloods and getting that money too, though.
Listen to me, they was the same way.
Yeah.
I ain't watch this, man.
And I don't say that to pump them up or glorify them. I'm just saying they had the same
thing we had
going on too.
You feel me?
Yeah.
Listen to me, man. And this is what people need to understand too. The same thing Chris went through amongst each other, Damus went amongst each other. They did the same exact thing, man.
Yeah.
It was so hush-hush for a minute till it got blown out of proportion. I ain't never heard some. Watch this, man. That when I be hearing, oh, they Pirus or I'm a blood, man. All y'all bloods, man. What is you talking about?
Yeah.
You feel me? So
yeah, all that division came later.
Yeah, did you feel me? We did everybody some favors, man. You understand what I'm saying? Now the streets is buck wild. This the cold part, man. You can go to anybody's house in the neighborhood now, and you guarantee that every hood got one brother that's a Damu. You understand what I'm saying? I don't know how that happened, man. I was so glad me and my brothers, all us was front hood. I don't think I could have had a brother talking about he was a Damu. We can't sleep in the same house because you can't bring your friends over here, man. It's going to be a problem. You feel what I'm saying? So, you know, but gang banging has changed tremendously, man. It ain't like it used to be. It ain't as violent. It ain't violent as it used to be. It's violent as it, very violent as it is. And what I don't like is you get cats older than me, man, that come on here and try to belittle Raymond.
Man, I can't stand that, man.
Yeah. You get these old cats come on here, you trying to belittle Raymond because Raymond pressed on them so tough. You feel me? So now the man resting in peace and can't defend himself. We supposed to accept what people say about him. No, man.
Hey, man, you got a lot of older dudes, and they actually younger than Raymond, but a lot of them will say Raymond came over here and we sent his ass up out of here. Well, why y'all Crips then?
Say it again, man. Somebody asked me today, was Raymond, what set did he claim? I said, man, Raymond was East Side Crip, but he got the blue carpet road out there every hood he went to.
Wherever he went, yeah.
I said, now the East Coasters is claiming. I said, took your West Side Crip, but the gangsters claim him. But I said, the only one had his own hood, claimed the hood, was Mac Thomas. He claimed the Grammys. I said, but listen to me, man. Last time I seen Raymond on 165th, it was like he was Mr. 165. He landed on somebody else's Cadillac, on the hood of it. Yeah. Not sitting on it on the hood with his feet popped all up on it in some titties. You wouldn't have been sitting on my Cadillac like that. You feel what I'm saying? And this was in front of Kitty Welch house. But you get these dudes try to say this and say that. I met a dude in the pen, man. OG dude, supposed to be from Kitchen, right? He said, man, why you always speaking on Raymond, man? I said, that's the big homie, man. I ain't no dude that shout his name. I knew him. Like me and Raymond wasn't all that. Hey, cuz, I'm cool. I walked away from dude. And you can ask anybody in Old Folsom with me. I had my own crib table. If I walk to the yard, you got to get off that table. That's just my table. Because I didn't never sit in the back in the crib square. I sat directly in the front. Directly in the front. So if they rush us, I got to be on the front line of protecting myself. But a lot of dudes, man, everybody that people believe was a bully wasn't a bully. Raymond made a whole lot of hoods turn Crips, man. See, I'm also quick to say this too, Kev Mac. It's a lot of Crip sets that want to be G Crip sets. Was Damu sets at first. They ain't gonna put that out there. But I ain't gonna discredit it. You feel me?
Yeah, you know? I had a couple people that wanted to do an interview and they couldn't do it because they'd have to say that they was Damu's first.
Yeah, but watch this. What's wrong with telling the truth, though?
Now, some people don't like the truth. They're afraid of the truth.
You know, especially when somebody already know it. Yeah, especially when somebody else know it, you know. So I laugh at it, man. Bam, laugh at it. I don't care what nobody say, man. You know what I mean? I don't care what nobody say. They ain't got no more questions up in here, Kev Mac.
Yeah, one fool say you put him on blast knowing he didn't have no money to cash out you for his question.
But I still answer this question. I ain't put him on blast. I still answer this question. Hey, watch this, man. I want to say this the best way I know how. I'm giving y'all some authentic shit, man. Whenever somebody get on here and give you some authentic shit, if you go pay for Too Pretty Kenny book, you got to pay to read that book. You go read Monster Cody book, you can't read that book free. Ain't nothing wrong with contributing to a worthy cause. And the worthy cause is you get some history. I'm going to give you, if you ain't got it, you ain't got it. And watch this. I'm not putting a limit on what you can send me 50 cents. If the Cash App says you can send 50 cents, send it. But somebody said, man, ain't nothing wrong for paying for what you want. Now, I ain't trying to get nobody to unsubscribe to me or not subscribe to my show. But that's just my get at. And watch this, man. I got people that taps in there say they encourage that.
Yeah,
hey,
absolutely.
Hit the homie, man. Hit the homie. Because I'm going to give you what you want.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
I ain't going to leave you thirsty. Don't leave me thirsty. So tell them, no, man.
Hey, check this out, man. Hey, watch this. Look, the Mackids and Maniacs encouraged me to charge for content, right? And for a couple years, I wouldn't even do it. Then when I did it, guess who did the most complaining?
Who?
Niggas that knew me in person.
But listen to me. And you know why? Because it wasn't nobody asking them the questions. Yeah. That's what watch this, man. When I got that super chat thing, hey, Kevmac, when I used to watch your show, I used to see the things go over there. I didn't know that was super chatting thanks, right?
Yeah.
So as soon as I was able to get that, you know what I mean? The people I done seen off Kevmac hitting me on super chat. Mm-hmm. So why would I ask this person, even if he don't super chat me and I see him ask me a question, this somebody I'm gonna answer the question with no hesitation because he's already contributing to the channel. You understand what I'm saying? He love the content. Right. People pay for what they want. Ain't nobody trying to dig their hand in nobody's pocket.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? I'm trying to quench my thirst by not leaving them not thirsty. I'm just be a sponge, man, and soak up what I'm trying to give you. That's how I am, man.
Man, Chico Bean said it best. He said, man, I pay for this cable. High-ass cable, and I don't even watch the shit. He said, I watch you more than I watch cable. Why can't I send you some?
There it is, Kevmac. You feel me? And watch this. My homeboy, when he gave me constructive criticism, that's one thing you would never tell me. I couldn't ask nobody to send me a Cash App if they want a question asked. I remember when I couldn't get a Cash App on YouTube. Yeah, you feel what I'm saying?
It was hard.
Now I get it.
But it was,
man.
It was the way you was approaching people. That's all, man.
Yeah. So, you know.
Now you actually giving them a place for them to come see your content.
Thank you. And that's what I'm trying to do, man. That's all I'm trying to do. I ain't got but 26% on this phone, Kevmac. Okay. You feel me? But that's what I'm trying to do, man.
Hey, this was cool having you on, man. Time went fast.
Hey, watch this, Kevmac. You know, they won't get you to get a podcast. I say, I'd love to have a podcast with Kevmac. We could have a whole lot. So we'd be much more of the psych of the thing. So we'll blow people out the water.
I believe that too.
Watch this.
I need you to come on New Year's or New Year's Eve, man, and we can talk about the podcast.
All right, I got you, Kevmac. I got you. Matter of fact, I'm gonna check you tomorrow after the game if the Cowboys lose. You feel me? All right. To the Mac heads and everybody else, like I always said, don't nobody tell you they love you. OG Bamm, love y'all. Peace.
All right, Bamm, later.
All right.
Hey, that was OG Bamm, original Front Hood Compton. He's been a good guest, man. Every time he came on, he's been a good guest. And his channel's off the ground now. He got his channel. I don't want to use the term rolling, but he got his channel rolling right now, and he can get his super chats now. Like he said, his Cash App is popping now. So it's harder for some than others. Others have benefited from the fact that this crowd gave them some people to pluck from and allowed them to get their channels off faster than somebody like myself. It took me a while to get mine going. And plus back then, it just was totally different. Wasn't even no Cash App when I first started. Wasn't no super chat. At least I didn't know how to use super chats when I first started. But shout out to everybody, man, that got YouTube rocking and is being careful with how they present the content. I appreciate y'all, man, for watching. I'm out of here. Thanks for the Cash Apps and super chats, y'all. Peace. Watch this merch coming soon. I'll be sporting mine proudly. Later.